Hello again. Just going to record a few paintings today. I don't have a whole lot of time, but I just want to get some pieces painted. That'll get me through this step here and to here. That's all I have time for today, is to just paint these parts, let them dry, and we'll get back to them later, so it won't be a long video. As you can see here with these SnapTite models, they don't really tell you to do a whole lot of painting. They're meant to be simple, skill level 1. But I can't help but make it look a little bit more accurate. So what we have here is the chassis. You can see the transmission. On a higher skill level model, that would be aluminum. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and paint all of the aluminum parts. So we'll do the transmission. Let's see what else. The oil pan is also molded to this part. We'll do that. And we'll do the engine, aluminum, and the manifold. So for now, that's where we're at. We'll get to going ahead. And if you hear fans in the background, this is my first time really painting inside on this model. So I've got one behind the camera sucking the fumes away from me, and then I also have a window open with a fan in the window sucking those fumes outside. So hopefully this will be pleasant. I try to keep it as healthy as possible, but I don't do this too often, so I'm not particularly concerned. Plus, since I used to do these since way back when I was, I think I started building models when I was about maybe 7. And well, back in the old days, we didn't really care about health and safety, so I kind of just did all this stuff willy-nilly. Now I care. Yeah. I can't smell a thing, so that's good. I think it works. I think normally, if I was doing a higher detailed model, I probably would cut this brush so I can be a little bit more accurate, but SnapTite, I don't mind. Oh, now I can smell it. But it kind of reminds you of the old days. It's like people who like the smell of shoe polish and gasoline. It's kind of a weird smell to like, but people do. At least in my adulthood, I've switched over to this kind of glue. It's a lot more tolerable as far as fumes go. I don't think it works as good, but I'll make an exception there. So we got the transmission done. Move on to the engine. So we got the engine here and the exhaust assembly here that we're going to be painting as well. I like to leave the parts on the tree and cut them off later, and whatever little bit of paint that gets cut off when I cut the part off, I'll just touch up after the fact. It's just much easier to hold this way. Especially on a 1/32 model. Now if you're a kid, got small hands, maybe that'll work for you. See all this okay. This is my first set of videos, so if I get a decent amount of views and engagement, I'm the type of person to try to make my type of person to try and do my best at everything if it's something that people want to see. But I thought, hey, I'm making this model from 1996, or was it 1994? I think. I don't know. But that's the year it's actually was made, so I think that's pretty cool. And I usually don't make a whole lot of models unless they are vintage. And you can find some steals on eBay. This was $5. Nowadays, I went to Hobby Lobby. I can't believe how expensive models are now. They went for a 125, just normal model. They want almost $40. When back when I was a kid, I believe they were pretty much all under $10. So if you want to get into modeling, yes, it is becoming expensive. These little guys here used to be 99 cents. Now they're $2.69. So I think I've got that all covered. I'll do the oil pan, even though the instructions don't tell me to do anything with that, but I know. In a higher skill set, that would be the oil pan, and it would be aluminum, just like the engine. I always underestimate how much time this takes, so maybe it won't be a short video. But thank you for coming along. We can see if we can get this thing finished. Like I said in my other video, I have to work on it in segments like this. I don't have a lot of time. So hopefully we can get this done. Well, ambitiously, it would be by the time the Daytona 500 comes on in I think it's just a little bit over a month away. fitting. I don't think that's gonna happen though. But give it a shot. We'll do the manifold. Doesn't need to be all flashy like that. You can't see that, but I have to get the right angle. And if I get a little bit over, I don't mind. It's a SnapTite, no big deal. That's why I bought this, because I wanted to try to not be so particular. Because the way I am, I'm so particular. If I'm really trying to get like a perfect model, and it's like a skill level 3, and that's one little thing I'll get discouraged, and I probably won't see that model again for a year, if not more, if ever. So I wanted to do something easy. Just a hobby. Sometimes when I go to a store, even though I'm an adult, it always feels kind of silly, but I'll go down the Lego aisle every now and then. If I'm looking for something fun and easy. I don't play video games, so I think that's where I probably differ from a lot of other males. If it tells you anything, the newest gaming system that I have is a PS2. That doesn't even work anymore. But fittingly, let's make sure we got everything. Probably skip, do a little bit more than I intended. Nah, we'll do that later. My favorite video game on the PS2 was Gran Turismo. I played that all summer. I basically wasted my whole summer breaks playing that game, and Christmas break, every break. Gran Turismo. I was really good at it too. You had the steering wheel and pedal set up. It would be pretty fun to play that again. That PS2 doesn't work though. I'm about to drop whatever it is on a PS5 that will only play a couple times a year. So $5 for this, I think that'll do. steel. Which is for the exhaust. It's funny how the different colors kind of have different level of stank to them. Steel, yeah, that's pretty rough. Well, do what you can. Uh-oh. Running out of battery power. I think we'll get there. I didn't want to keep it too long anyway. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Kind of a quiet talker. I got the fans on. And since it's SnapTite, I'm not worried about painting over the joining points. I'm gonna glue it anyway. But if this thing holds true to its name, I don't need it. I'm gonna do it anyway. I think by the next time I work on this, I'll be able to have this part attached to the chassis. Probably won't even show you that. That'll only take 2 seconds. So with this being an S car, I don't know a whole lot about what the real engines are like, or what the specs are and all that. I've been to races, I've been near them, and I know they are bad. Bad. All never muscle car of any kind. Just wasn't practical. I mean, it'd be cool. Not practical, for me at least. But the other day, I know I think they're getting rid of Dodge Chargers. But some of those can be, just obnoxiously loud. I know those are the V8s. Yeah, they're kind of cool, but when you're blazing through the neighborhood, waking everybody up, that kind of sucks. It's not very neighborly, at least. Now, if you only brought it out every now and then, cool. But when it's your daily driver, no. The other funny thing about Dodge Chargers, or I guess any muscle car, is you can get them true. Like you get the V8, but if you can't afford that, a lot of people will get the V6. They look a lot like the real thing, but they're just not. So I think it's funny when people do that. That's why I'll never own one I can't justify. I don't know. I don't even know what they run, but like what, $100,000 on a muscle car I wouldn't even drive all that often. I'm sure as shit not gonna, excuse me, not gonna buy a V6. Sorry about that, I'm not gonna edit it out. I curse every now and then. You can handle it. Let's see, steel, satin black's the only one to go. I really gotta get on it. I'm about to run out of battery. Hopefully we make it. If we don't, I'll show you later. This stuff doesn't stink. It's, well, let's see here. Yeah, not really. It is acrylic. At least I think. Pretty sure last time I used it, it said it was acrylic. Can't find it now. That good and clean. Yeah, but yeah, back on the subject of lab cars. I had never seen this before, but obviously with it being a Chrysler, I saw a Chrysler 300 that had, what was obviously some sort of V8 engine, and I did not think that they made a Chrysler 300 with a Hemi, so I'm assuming this person wanted to put that inside of the Chrysler 300, and I thought that was kind of different. I could be wrong that they never made them like that, but what do I know? Let me know if I am wrong. But they are a daily driver as well. Very annoying. Like I said earlier, I mean, I get it. It's cool. It sounds cool, but not at 7 in the morning on every weekday. You know. I'm just an old man now. Almost there. Coming over there. It will. Do the same on both sides. You can fool me. I don't think anybody's going to be judging this too awful hard. I would be my biggest critic. And that stuff dries fast. Alright. Coming up on 30 minutes here. I am so surprised my battery hasn't died yet. And I'm sure you don't want to sit there and watch me paint without much to say. So if you have any topics, go ahead and suggest them. This is why I don't get to work on these too much. It always takes a lot longer than I think it will going into it. So all of a sudden, the sun was coming in the window and now it's almost dark. What do you know? that's a later thing, not a now thing. Excuse me. All right. Yeah, I think we're good. Check it again later. Get this real quick while I'm at it. The radiator hose. It's supposed to be flat black, but somehow I don't have it. Sunglass black, flat black. It's good enough. It's kind of funny that I don't have any. Talking about bread and butter, milk and eggs. Flat black is probably one of the number one colors in all models. And you don't have it? Alright. I'm calling it. I don't want to keep you any longer. I'll just show you that real quick. I can't see that all that well. Yeah. We'll get that all clipped off, touched up. I'll show you later. Thanks for joining me.